It's playoff time. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2020. I'm Decathlon Gamer. This is episode number 25. We're up against the Portland Trail Blazers. They are the favorites. Of course, they are at home initially, and they don't have a huge edge. This is how the team looks. It's Lillard, McCollum, Rowe, Rudy Gay, and Yusuf Nurkic in the starting lineup. Their main contributors off the bench, Hassan Whiteside and Hoyter. The rest of the team contributing the rest. They don't have the kind of depth that we do, but of course that doesn't matter as much in the playoffs. We have outscored them by about 1.5 a game. Assists are almost level. They do look a little bit better in the rebounding department, about 1.5. Blocks just about the same, and we have about a one steal per game edge. Matchup looks relatively close. They did finish a few games ahead of us. They do have a couple insignificant players that are injured. I think that one advantage we have is we do have more depth than they do. But then once you get past that point, the Blazers started the season extremely strong. They had an incredible run at the start of the year and were hovering around that one seed for a while. You can see 4 straight losses here mid-season is where they kind of cooled off. From there, it's win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. They go on another streak, beating us in overtime in Seattle. But then they started to pick it up again. They found a little bit of form, but it was never like it was at the start of the season. And then they ended the season a relatively neutral team. So does that mean we're going to be in good shape? Because if you remember, we started the season pretty poorly. So we're healthy. We've got similar recent 10-game form, but longer 20, 30-game form does favor us a little bit. We'll see what we can do as we get ready to start. Let's make sure I'm back on myself here, and then we are going to watch the game. AI control, of course. So we open up the playoffs as the 5 seed on the road. Fox, Walker, Barnes, Bagley, and Cauley-Stein all in the game. Our regular starting 5 through most of the season. But it is their starting 5 as well. So neither team hampered by injuries at this point. Remember last season, I think we looked a little stronger than we have this season, to be honest. But the advantage that we had, and let's slow this down a little bit compared to normal. Okay. I was starting to think sounds weren't working. It is. I don't have the floors yet, but I do have the team logos at least added in. And early game is high scoring. Both teams shooting the ball really well. In fact, that was the first miss of the game. James Rowe. 8-7. We lead early on, but Portland exchanging lead regularly. 2-point game here. Walker, Barnes each with 3. Bagley, Cauley-Stein both scoring. Bagley just getting his second field goal of the game. And Fox already has 3 assists. That part looks good. And we've only missed 2 shots so far. So 6 of 8 to start the game. 7 of 9 to start the game. All offense early on. And Lillard, hot from the field. 4 of 6. 11 points. 11 of Portland's 15 at this point in time. Steal. Fast break bucket. Oh, and we go the other way as well, but we got called for, I think, an offensive. Maybe a travel. Because Portland got it back. Another turnover. Bad pass into the corner. We get the long rebound, though. Quick transition to the other end. Second chance put back is good, and it's after a 3, it's 20-20. And then we answer at the other end. So back-to-back threes for the two teams. Still very, very good shooting early on, except for Fox. Fox is 1 for 7. He's the only one. Otherwise, both teams over 50% in the early stages of this game. Bagley, 4 of 5 with 8 points. Walker, 2 of 3. I believe both of his field goals have been 3-pointers. And we've got a 4-point lead as we approach the end of the first quarter. Last shot. That's it. First quarter ends 30-27, 3-point lead. It's a good spot to be in. Bull is in off the bench. He already picked up a quick foul. Bagley's got 2 fouls. Got to watch out for that. Otherwise, not too many fouls in the first quarter. It started to open a little lead, but Portland had that 3 a little bit ago, but we're the main ones getting the that round ball through that round hoop at the moment. Oh, nice putback, though. 36-32. 2 to 3 empty possessions, but a steal here could create some momentum, but we turn it over on the pass down into the block. Draw the foul there. Make 1 of 2. Got the rebound. Set up. From the free throw line, that jumper is good. 39-34. Fox with 7 and 9 already. He's got 9 assists, so he's not shooting the ball well at 3 of 11. But 9 assists is pretty massive. He's also got 3 steals already in this game. Bagley, first to 10 for us anyway. Lillard on the other end, 16.6 rebounds, but only 2 assists for the Blazers star. Each side, 18 rebounds apiece, also just 2 offensive rebounds. Blazers lead in the blocks department 4-1, but we lead in the steals department 7-3. Total turnovers is where we have the edge. It's 9-5, so we're +4 in that department. Still at 50%, 20-40. Meanwhile, the Blazers have slipped below, 17-37, 45% from the field, 46 basically. Neither team been in the free throw line very much. 3-pointers, big part of this story. 5 of 13 for us, 7 of 20 for the Blazers. Our percentage is slightly better, but they have had a couple makes more than what we've had. And a couple possessions that ended in fouls. Suddenly, as we end the first half, Portland closes it back down a little bit. We had, I think, about a 5-point lead just before the end of the quarter. Portland closes that to 1. And so far we're looking, Fox, 1 of 6 beyond the arc. If he could just find his shot. He's already got 10 assists. He's got 4 steals. 3 turnovers, though, is not great. Bull, 5 rebounds, 4 points. Wow, he's played 17 minutes. Dang, I didn't realize he had that much. And we had some fouls. Cauley Stein's got 3 fouls, and so does Bagley. So there's the big concern going forward. Thaddeus Young with 3 fouls himself, and Lillard has 2 fouls. But we do have 2 players in foul trouble. Nobody else with more than 1. Green really struggling, 3-minute stretch, and he's a -9. That's all. Buddy Hield's only played 4 minutes. He's 1 of 5 shooting, and he's got a -10. We're going to need better production from our bench right now. Fox, first to double digits in the assist department with 10. That's crazy. Here we go, second half. Chance to pull the upset. We're only up by 1, though. As we begin second half. Nice 3 to open the quarter, and it's 53-51 after Portland answers at the other end. We had 3 free throws there, only made 1 of 3. I don't know what's going on from the free throw line. We are struggling mightily from there. And suddenly field goals also going the wrong side of 50% very early here in the third quarter. After that first make, we've missed 3, 4, 5 field goals. Finally we get a make there. And it was Fox, by the way. He was now 5 of 16 as he goes back to missing. Boy, he needs to stop taking so many shots. Wait a little while, find your stroke, and then get your points from the free throw line. 12 and 11, he's got a double-double. He's got enough steals that if he keeps it up, he'll have a chance to get a triple-double through steals and not rebounds. Portland leads 62-60. It's the first time they've led in a while. Halfway point of the second quarter, McCollum into double digits. Nurkic into double digits and double-double territory with 10 rebounds and 11 points. Come on. We've gotten ice cold. We've dropped 10% in the field goal department. We were just over 50. Now we're down to 41%. Another miss. Another miss. Only trailing by 3. There's a three-pointer. That helps. Ties the game. That was Walker, I think. And 4 starters in double digits now. Fox, Walker, Barnes, and Bagley. Bull still playing. I don't know if it's continued foul trouble from Cauley Stein. It might be. Draw the foul. Only go 1 of 2. I thought Lillard had picked up the foul, but he doesn't. He's still on 2. Gave it to somebody else. Oh, foul in close. I thought we had blocked it. Healed it back into the game. Didn't last long. Oh, big 3 in the corner. Portland leads 75-72. It is the fourth quarter now. I didn't see exactly when we ended the quarter, but Lillard only scored 2 points in the entire third quarter, but he opens up the fourth quarter with a three-pointer, a big one. He's only 8 of 23 from the field, too. So Fox and Lillard have really canceled each other out. Largely, Lillard has more points than Fox, but Fox has a ton of assists, while Lillard has struggled a bit in that department. But then Lillard, on the counter end, more rebounds. Fox, more steals. Bledsoe in there for right now, though. He's got 3 assists already, including on that last play, that three-pointer. And it's a 1-point game with 8 to play. Oh, Portland. I thought they had the lane, but they passed it back out. Not sure what happened there. Oh, offensive rebound. And gets the second chance point. Foul there. Make both free throws that time. Oh, missed it. Layup at the rim, and they missed that one. We score at the other end to take a 3-point lead with 5.5 to play. Lillard, big 3 to tie the game. Not sure. I think Barnes got the 2 at the other end. We're back up to 42%, so field goal percentage has kind of settled. Turnovers, not so good in the second half. We're still a +2 for the game. Rebounds, -1. This is a really balanced game. It's a really good matchup between us and Portland. And we lead by 1 point after a three-pointer. It was Lillard? No, not Lillard. It's McCollum who had the 3. Turnover. We got the steal. And a three-pointer. Oh, what a huge play there. Fox and Barnes both with 21. Walker back into the game. He's got 15. Bagley into the game. Cauley Stein and Bagley both with 4 fouls. Bagley 17 and 17. 2-point lead. 15 seconds. Oh, Portland with a huge 3. We score at the other end. Last second shot, and we steal the game. Wow. Holy cow, what an exciting final 10 seconds. 2-point lead. Portland nails the 3. We sprint down to the other end of the court and get the quick 2 to retake the lead. Portland, with just a couple seconds, heaves the ball up to just outside the 3-point range to try the last second shot. It was McCollum who put up that long 3 on the final shot. Can't get it to fall. And we steal game 1 on the road. Fox finishes the game with 21 points. He did heat up a bit. He ended up 8 of 23, but he cut back. He only had 7 shots, made 3 of them there at the end, so it still wasn't great shooting, but it was certainly better than what he had been doing. He continued to contribute with the assists. He got to 15. Steals, he got to 5. It was kind of a quiet second half for Fox. Walker gets to 15, nearly the double-double, 9 rebounds. Barnes, 21. He was shooting lights out. Second half, anyway. Bagley, 19 and 17. I think he had the 2 on that last play. This last time I checked, he had 17. He also had a couple of blocks. Cauley-Stein, quiet day for him as he spent most of it sitting on the bench with Bull into the game. 8 points for Cauley-Stein, just 3 rebounds, 4 fouls. So Cauley-Stein is really going to have to step it up against Nurkic next time out. I think... Did Lillard foul out just before the end? He was in. By the way, it was Hoyter who made the triple after. So I know he was just in. Lillard was here just before the end of the game. Major back and forth. Anyway, game 1 in the books, and we come out on top. Tight contest. Points in the paint definitely favored us, but second chance points almost all Portland. Fast break, slight edge. Yeah, largest lead. Neither team ever got up by double digits. It was tied 10 times. We had 29 lead changes in this game. Both teams at 42% from the field. We were 42% from 3, while they were 31%. That has to be the difference. Both teams, similar number of free throw attempts and percentage. They ended up with a slight edge on rebounds. We ended up with a slight edge on assists and steals. But they had a slight edge on blocks. We had a slight edge on turnovers. I mean, it's so close across the board. All right, well, now we're in a good position because in game 1, we already steal home court advantage. Game 2, I will do the quick sim. Will Bucks score this one? Portland does enough to take game 2 by 10. Lillard with 37 points, 13 assists. Walker had a big day at 39 points, but it was not enough to overcome superstar Damian Lillard. Utah upsetting the Lakers in LA. New Orleans beating Houston. Clippers beating Phoenix. And we go 1-1. Yeah, Lillard. 6 of 14 from 3. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 13 assists to go with it. Rowe and Nurkic both major quantity on rebounds. 14-15. Bull started. Cauley-Stein did not play. Cauley-Stein was hurt. What the heck happened with Cauley-Stein? Sore back. Oh, that doesn't help us. Bull played well, 7 of 9 and 12 rebounds. Played better than Cauley-Stein, but still, that puts Swanigan in, right? Swanigan had a minus 11. Barnes had a minus 17. I think Barnes might have had to pick up some minutes at center. Green had to play. Green played 23 minutes. Minus 20. We lost a point a minute while he was on the court. Roughly. 1 of 5 from the field. Just 4 rebounds in 23 minutes for a power forward. Bledsoe played 31 and went 3 of 15 with 14 assists. That part's good. Distributed well. 0 for 8 beyond the arc. Wow, Walker. Look at that stat line. Holy cow. 12 of 19, 7 of 10, 8 of 8. And this part's, yeah, okay, but 39 points the hard way. I mean, that was 19 shots. Lillard took 25 shots to get his 37. Four days, though, without Cauley-Stein. That's going to hurt a little bit. Hawks Celtics lead 2-0. Wizards upsetting both games in Philly. And the Knicks lead. Pacers take one. See this way. The Nets get one. The Magic get one. 76ers finally win one as they go on the road. So they've been winning opposite courts. And all of those series extend past 4. Lakers and Jazz at 1. Pelicans Rockets at 1. Clippers lead 2-0. And we're at 1-1. First game at home. I'm going to go ahead and sim this one as well. And then we'll watch, I think, game 4? Maybe game 5. Oh, 135, 132. Walker with 29 and 11. Bull with 19 and 7. Stepping up in the place of Cauley Stein. Oh, that was big. That was big. We lead 2-1. And we keep that home court advantage. It was an overtime game. Holy cow. Second quarter was big for Portland, but third quarter was big for us. And fourth quarter, we do enough to get back into level score at the end of the game. We never led by more than 7. Portland led by 15, so they were the ones with the edge, the advantage for most of the game. And Walker ends up with a huge day. Points in the paint this time went Portland's direction, but second chance points still massively favoring Portland. Fast break points, even this time, favoring Portland. How did we win this game? Both teams shooting lights out, 50% from the field. Again, we go 40 from 3, and that was the difference. We didn't shoot quite as well from free throw, not poorly, but we got 33 attempts, so a lot of fouls in this game, a lot of fouls. Cauley Stein, again, not playing, so Bull picks up another start, and he ended up the second highest scorer. Hield, 16 off the bench, better shooting. Beasley, same. Green had a better day. Still not a great day, but he had a much better day. Walker, 9 for 12, and 11 assists. So he's been huge for us in this series. Bledsoe started. Fox only played 5 minutes. So Fox took a knock too. Sore wrist, probable, one day. Only played 5 minutes. Dang. And we won. With I'm gonna argue that Barnes is a reserve. He's Bagley's backup. 3 reserves in the starting lineup. More realistically, 2 reserves in the starting lineup. Just 5 minutes from those 2 absent starters. Green had to play 27. Swanigan had to play. And we come away with an overtime victory. Sorry if you're hearing the crying in the daycare. A couple kids are having a rough day here, and to be honest, my wife's having a little bit of a rough day too. She's not quite in the mood. Alright, so here we go. Game 4. A chance to go up 3-1. Jazz are up 2-1 on the Lakers. Pelicans are up. Clippers, chance to end the series. Let's go ahead and sim this one as well. It's already 24 minutes into the episode. We're still in that first round. Portland steals one on the road. It's Lillard again and Nurkic with big days. Of course, usual suspects for them. And that levels it at 2. They get the home court advantage back. Meanwhile, Hawks beat Brooklyn. I think that finished that series. Same with Boston. Washington again upsetting Philadelphia. And New York finishing off Indiana. Was all 4 of those series deciding? Or is Washington up 3-2? We're the only one that's at 2-2 in the West. Big game 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and watch that one. Fox back in the starting lineup. Cauley-Stein back in the starting lineup. Back to our first 5. I don't think they've taken any injuries in the series other than the 2 G League guys. I'm going to start off a little bit faster on this one, so we can get to the second half quickly. So, I'm going to try to make quick work of the first half here. Portland lead 2-0. They score first and second. Bagley first for us to score. A little bit of an early lead here for Portland. Quick run, 8-2. Cauley-Stein scores his first 3-pointer there by Fox. Finally gets us going. 3 straight possessions that we score on, and it's a 1-point game. Scores level. And I think that's 5 straight possessions we've scored on. Second chance. Free throws. Seal it. And we're starting to get a little back and forth action with 2 minutes to go in the first. Early stats. Pulling up 3 on 4 on rebounds. But we have 6 steals already. They have 4 blocks already. So we're plus 5 turnovers. But while we're shooting 50% from the field, they're shooting 70%. And we've only had 2 free throws. 4 of 10 from 3, while they're 3 of 9. 1-point game, second quarter. Lillard show, a.k.a. Lillard time. 13 points for him, 3 assists, 4 of 5 shooting. And while we're spread very thin, Bledsoe has 2 fouls already off the bench. 3 points. And he's not subbing out. Fox has 2 fouls as well. That would explain why. And really, we only have the 2 point guards. Barnes has 10. Walker has 9 now. 11. 4 of 11 shooting. And we've got a bit of a lead. 9-point game, 6-point game. Portland, 2 straight threes, cut it to 3. Fast break bucket at the other end as we approach the halftime buzzer. But Portland, another field goal. Can we score? Yes, we do. Oh, but Portland, again with a big buzzer beater to cut the lead to 2. Boy, it looked like we were right there, verge of going 10-point lead. Portland gets just a little bit of run and closes it right down before the half. Walker, 5 of 13, 2 of 6 beyond the arc. Not shooting great, but he does have 14. Barnes has 10. We're not doing too well with rebounds. Cauley-Stein has 6. Bull, after playing so well in the last few games, has just 6 minutes. Big worry is that Bagley and Bledsoe and Fox all have 2 fouls. Nobody else even has a foul. What about for Portland? Collum, Vanderbilt. Second half. Slow down for the fourth quarter. Portland scores first to take the lead, and they score again. Back-to-back threes for Portland to open the second half. 3 for 3 on possessions. Finally, we stop them for a couple possessions and get back into this thing. 67-67. Lillard's already got 27 points in this game. 29 points, 10 of 15 shooting. Fox and Walker putting up similar number of shots, but they're just not scoring at the same frequency. 4-point lead. Suddenly a free throw game. Oh, second chance point there for Portland and 3 straight possessions. 4 straight. Sorry. No, there was a turnover, or a rebound, and then turnover. And Portland lead by 5 as we approach the end of the third quarter. Coach, where's your timeout? Why didn't you use a timeout? You went from a lead to a 6-point deficit to an 8-point deficit in a short period. Just before the quarter, a nice little run there. At least cuts it to 6 by entering the fourth quarter. Portland lead by 6. Dangerous territory. It's playoffs. I would have used a timeout there. 93-94. Late in that third quarter. Big 3. 97-96. Half a quarter to play. Season largely on the line in this game. It's 2-2 in the series. You go 3-2. You've got a great chance of winning. You got 2 chances to get it. You lose, go down 2-3, and have to still play in Portland and having to win both games is tough. Oh, there it is. 102, 106. Where did that deficit come from? I thought it was a 1-point game. As I slowed it down. Oh, bad pass gets picked off. Fast break the other way. Fox takes it inside, makes the little floater. 104, 108. Turnover. Nice. And the foul. Make both free throws. 2-point game. Fed well inside, but we defend it. Oh, ho, ho. Foul. How did they get 3 points? Was it an and? It was an and one. It was an and one. I didn't even see that a shot went up. I don't see how they went from 108 to 111. 2.5 to play. We trail by 3. Got the rebound. Fox has 27. He's 11 of 19. Cauley-Stein warned. Corner 3. Oh, that's a dagger. 1.5 to go. We trail by 6, and then we miss here. A score here could be the game. 5. It's missed. We got the ball. Timeout. Ooh, I thought we had it. 3-point. We settle for a tough 3. Intentional foul. Trail by 7. Another missed 3. Another intentional foul. That's it. That's going to be it. Oh, and we turn it over. Jeez. 10-point game. Another missed 3. Portland win 118-108. Absolutely came down right to the end. But Lillard with 40 points, 9 assists, 14 of 25 shooting. Absolutely the star today. Walker put up 22, but he was just 7 of 21 from the field. Cauley-Stein with 14. Nearly had it. That missed 3 under pressure in the corner when it was a 4-point game, maybe 5-point game. When it looked like we had the 2 inside, thought we were open for it, and then we kicked it out to the guy who was heavily defended. That seemed to be the decisive moment. That shot would have cut the lead to 1 with 1.5 to play. We were 46% from the field, but they were 53. 3-point shooting. That decides the game again. Free throws went our way, but not much else did. Portland lead 3-2. Magic Celtics, the only one left here. Magic win to force a game 7. Lakers and Jazz. The Jazz leading 3-2. Clippers and Suns. Clippers leading 3-2. They were the 1 seed. They were. They're not. They were the 1 seed. And must win at home. And Portland seals the series. They win in 6. Got a couple wins at least this year, but the injuries certainly didn't help us. But it was 2-2, and we were back to healthy with the series 2-2. So Portland deserved it. Again, the team that shot better from 3 won the game. We only had 8 free throw attempts in this game, though. Portland was only called for 9 fouls. We were called for 16. Yeah, that makes a difference. Yeah, rebounded us by 10. We had 15 turnovers to their 12. We're usually ahead in that department. Yeah, that'll do it. Lillard just 11 of 29, and they still won. Walker was 10 of 24. It's not much better. 5 of 15 from 3, though. Has an impact. 28 points for him. Fox, just 7 of 21. 3 of 8 beyond the arc. Yeah, 10 assists. Not a good day from the 2 stars for us. Well, that does it for our season. That's also going to do it for this episode. Well, here in a moment anyway. Let's finish out round 1. So, Magic, Celtics win. Jazz and Lakers, Game 7. Suns and Clippers, Game 7. The Clippers from a 1 seed to out of the playoffs in the first round. Could it be? No, Clippers survive. And so do the Lakers. Lakers come from down 3-2 to win that series. Let's see. Wow, just 9 points for James. Alright, well, we got a decent chance in the first round, but we were definitely not the home team. We didn't have the advantage there. We had to play on the road. Game with some difficulties. Coaching staffs improved. I've improved. Remember, we were 1s in everything. Player development's coming along. Doing good. Just our 3rd year, and we've made the playoffs all 3 years. That's pretty awesome considering what we started with and how close we are now. We're right there. We are right there. I need that one small forward without giving up those 8 pieces or getting at least 2 small forwards or something. You know, getting the second guy or the first guy, yeah, and finding a way to, you know, play with 8 or 9. That's a possibility too, but we have that glaring hole at small forward that we really need to fill, where we're really not anywhere near as efficient as we could be, should be. But we've also got something to look forward to in Jake Walker, continuing to develop towards his 4.5-star potential. Taryn Fox developing to his 4-star potential. Marvin Bagley hurt at the end there. Mild concussion. Speaking of, I've got one of those from a soccer game actually a week and a half ago. A couple weeks ago now, by the time you're watching this. I'm fine now, but yeah. That was my 3rd one this year, all from soccer. Not good. That's the most I've had in 1 year. I get about 1 per year, except this year. So one of these days I'm just going to drop dead. It'll happen. Yay. Actually, technically it will. Everybody dies at some point, right? Bull, 3-star potential. So yeah, we could do better at center, but I think the combo of those two, healthy anyway, is fine. Barnes is great for a backup. Beasley's just fine for a backup, but he healed, right? And so that gives us that extra shooting guard. So technically we have our backup for small forward, I suppose, between Healed and Beasley, right? There's something there. Patrick Thompson coming up.
that actually gives us increased depth. But I would say between those three guys, I could trade one or two of them along with some other piece, some other backup draft pick to get one of those small forwards that we need, because we have extra depth at shooting guard. Patrick Thompson this year played down in the development league, and I'm assuming he tore it up. Last time I checked, he was just destroying. 19 points a game, 7 assists a game, 6 rebounds a game. Absolutely one of your best players. He was late first round pick. We just have the depth at that position that it was like, I'm going to let him go develop, because there's plenty of development chance here, even though he's not far from where he needs to be. But I was happy with letting him play down this year so he can get the minutes to develop, and hopefully we'll see a big jump for him, because if he steps up to a 3-star, then maybe we have at least a partial solution at small forward. Between Hield, Thompson, Beasley, at least one of those guys has got to be capable. Walker, somebody's got to be capable of playing that position and pushing Harrison Barnes out and putting him into that backup power forward role over Green and Swanigan, who don't belong there. Those two are going to be gone, so I'll be looking for a replacement there. So small forward, power forward is definitely the direction I'm looking for the draft. But we're only one round into the playoffs. Next episode, we'll open with a quick marathon of the final rounds of the playoffs, so we can see who wins the championship, and then we'll start our off-season work. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. It's still a good season. Not quite what we would hoped. I mean, by this point, I'd like to start at least getting out of the first round, right? We're comfortably into the playoffs now. I'd like to start getting competitive enough to at least start being a second-round team. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye for now.